What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and we're taking another look at Saitama and a V2 contract. Do you think it's a good idea or not? Make sure you subscribe to the channel for all your cryptocurrency updates. And we are on our way to 4,000 subscribers. So if you can hit the like, get this video up in the old algorithm, I would greatly appreciate it. And let's jump into Saitama. So has had a little bit of a run today. We can't deny that. Has had a bit of a run, but we've seen some pretty big sell-offs, unfortunately. As I've talked about with this project for quite some time now, that people are looking to get out of it as much as people are looking to get in and stay in. 6086 is the price, up just under 1% on the 24-hour, 1.75% up on the week, which is green. And you can see the volume has increased since the last time we looked at it. We're up at $2 million just going through Uniswap. Remember that. $322 million is the total market cap of this project. The chart not looking the best, we cannot deny that. The facts speak for themselves in some respects in this. But look, I want to talk a little bit about a V2 contract, what my thoughts are, whether I think Saitama should do it, and I guess, is it on the table? So there's kind of been a lot of talk recently around whether Saitama should go to a V2. We've seen Voltinu do it, and Voltinu have done it incredibly successfully. You can see up 14.5% on this as at the time of recording this video. We saw with Mandox that maybe wasn't quite as successful, where it has kind of come down. And I think, look, ultimately, where Saitama is now, I still think there's probably too many zeros, realistically. You know, it's there or thereabouts, to go onto a big exchange. And I think there's a couple of things that we've not seen. So we've not seen a big tier 1 exchange listing. I mean, we've not seen a lot for outside of Shiba Inu, but we haven't seen a big tier 1 exchange listing. Equally, we've not seen the correct market cap ranking system. So there's a couple of bits still trying to work through. But look, what could they do if they migrate through a V2 contract? Upgrade the contract to support a slightly variance of tokenomics. They could upgrade the contract to maybe integrate with SAITAMAsk a little bit better. There's loads of things they could do to make the token better, to support the token, and ultimately, does it give them a leg up into getting onto some of these bigger exchanges? Now, we got kind of this from Saitama Guru a couple of days ago, yesterday, sorry. Me and myself and the entire Saitama team wanted to thank the Lucky Roo token community for their patience and support while they continue to iron out our SAITAMAsk Pro application. We want the smoothest launch possible and ready to go features upon launch. Now, again, thinking about a V2 contract, is there something they could work in the V2 contract that's built into the smart contract that supports these launches of these new tokens? Because if we're dead honest with ourselves, they've just not landed new tokens onto SAITAMAsk. The only one I think went pretty well was WAGMI. That seemed to land and was a big token and still is. It's probably the only one I've seen that they've really launched. But Lucky Roo feels like we've been talking about it for a long time. We still haven't quite got that onto the SAITAMAsk app. Now, the SAITAMAsk Pro application is the desktop stroke, the enhanced version of SAITAMAsk on people's phones. Now, there's been a lot of debate, there's been a lot of talk about it. You can see here that we got this from the Saitama official. Like Saitama Guru promised, you can view the sneak peek of our SAITAMAsk Pro new interface at our official YouTube channel, thanks to the Chief Creative Officer, Klein Gabriel, for the video. Now, here's my issue a little bit with this, is we're saying it's a sneak peek, we're saying that it's coming out, go and check it out, here's when it's going to come. And then on this tweet, we're saying, hold on, Lucky Roo, just wait till we've got SAITAMAsk Pro sorted, then you can launch. I think we're just being a bit more transparent in terms of what we're going to get and when we are going to get it. Now, we did have the AMA that was yesterday. Just wanted to give you a bit of an update in terms of what that looked like. So Russ said crypto is not a get-rich scheme. People have entered a bear market and DeFi space is volatile, which I think we all know about. Remember, they have utility. They created hype last year, but we want to move organically and create value, which I think is a different direction for Saitama. Not necessarily a bad one, but it is a complete shift, I think, from where it was. In terms of the app, we've got a new update for iOS and Android. The liquidity is locked until the 30th of May, so within 30 days that unlocks. They're tossing around the idea and asking community for ideas regarding locking for an extended amount of time. 6 months is what they're talking about. Here's what I think they should do for what it's worth. Is I think I would take some of the liquidity and put it into SAITAMAsk, Saita Realty, these new tokens that are coming out, and then I would lock a good chunk of it back. I believe there's over $20 million of liquidity to come out. And again, going back to the original point of the video on a V2 contract, the original deployer, where this 20 million is in liquidity, the owner of that wallet is not this current dev team that we see on there. So a V2 contract would support that. They could multi-sig it. They could absolutely do a lot with that deployer wallet. But as it stands at the minute, I know Russ is in talks with the owner of that wallet, but they don't actually own it. So they could pull the plug on it. I'm not saying they're going to. I don't want people hating on this video because I've said that, but there's a reality there that could, don't think it will. Tier 1 exchange, will this during bull run, which I think is quite vague because no one knows when the bull run is. It could be November this year. We have an NDA in place, clocked and ready to roll. Going to use bull run as a catapult. here's my little steer on this. If you've got a tier 1 exchange right now that you've signed and your chart looks like this, you've got the community that Saitama's got, why would you just not launch? It would shut people up, I think. If they launched on a big tier 1 exchange, people would back down, start being a little bit more conscious of what's going on, and I definitely think we would see a price action. So I don't know. I'm not sold on this one. NDA in place, they can't roll it out. What they're saying, okay, we'll wait till the bull run. We're going to have to see. SAITAMAS Pro mid-June, migrated with SAITAMAS with all the bells and whistles. So look, we're going to have to wait and see what that looks like. But it is starting to, pick up some volume. We're still seeing the biggest amount of volume still going through Uniswap, which, again, if you think about the fact you've got SAITAMAsk application, they need to work harder at getting that usability and feasibility of using it much smoother, because really the volume should be going through SAITAMAsk. Now, it's difficult to track exactly what volume's going through, but I don't believe the last time I looked it is up around this £2 million mark. $2 million, sorry. So how do we move people from Uniswap into SAITAMAsk? Then we can start seeing them onboarding tokens. Then it becomes an application that people want to use. So we're going to have to wait and see. So what's my view in all of this? Well, we originally talked about a V2 contract. I think they should do it. I think it would be good. If it's done right, I think it could start something very new with Saitama. It could really start to it. They could upgrade the contract. They could take the new dev team that's got the project now and just nuts and bolts everything to this project and really relaunch with a different agenda. They've already said they want to grow organically, but who knows? What do you think they should do? Do you think they should go for a V2 contract on Saitama or not? And I'll see you guys in the next video.